Hi, welcome. This is African Gospel TV channel where you can find gospel music, drama, concerts, poems, and all sorts of kingdom-oriented programs.
And also family talks, programs, gospel skits, comedy, and other programs that can help your spiritual life.
AFG TV is praises on our lips and the tips of our fingers.
Good day, viewers, and welcome to AJTV, African Gospel TV channel. And today, again, we're going to be continuing on our discussion in the last episode, which deals with parenting, good parenting and bad parenting. In your heart, I would like you to raise a question. If you have given birth to one or two children, ask yourself, am I a good parent? Am I a bad one? If you are able to answer this question, then you will know the category you belong. Now, let's move on. Today, we are going to be discussing solely on bad parenting. Bad parenting. What can we say about bad parenting? Bad parenting occurs when every decision you've made concerning your words, concerning your children, have resulted into negative impact on their lives. When every decision you've taken have resulted into negative impact on their lives and they are no longer listening to you, you are tired of them, that is when we call that bad parenting. It shows the decisions you've made while raising them, either to yourself or to them, has yielded negative impact on their life. Now let's move on. What is bad parenting? Again, according to my script, this happens when the majority of parental decisions do not benefit their children. Instead, some lousy parents don't even care if the result of their choices are leading their children in the proper way. Some people never look back to even consider if their decision to focus just on their profession was a good one or a terrible one. And instead, they keep their focus on either their career or whatever hindering them from being there for their wards when they are needed. There are so many people that all they ever do in their life is focus on themselves, not minding the children they brought to this world. What they just want to do is make more money and more money and more money. They feel money can buy everything. This is wrong. This is bad parenting. Now let's move on. Let's look at the signs you need to check in yourself. Look at yourself very well and ask yourself all these signs before you know whether you are a good one or a bad one. The number one, parental involvement. Are you involved in your children's daily life 80%? If you cannot answer that, if you can only tell me that you are involved in your children's life 20% of the day, that is, you wake up, you greet them in the morning, and in the evening, you feed them, then you are a very bad parent. You need to be involved in their life, monitor their progress, Know how they are faring in school. Know if they are being fed or not. Know what is happening to their life. Who is bullying them? If you cannot go beyond this, then you need to answer to this question: am I a good parent or a bad parent? On one extreme, there is the inattentive, absent-minded parent who does not attend to their child's needs beyond the bare minimum of clothes, food, and shelter. If you can only tell yourself, I think I have provided enough for these children, I'm giving them clothes, I'm giving them food, and they are living under my roof, then it's enough. Then you are doing yourself a very wrong thing. You need to do more than just feeding them. Being a good parent or a bad parent, someone needs to do more than just feeding them. Now let's look at the second thing you need to look in yourself. You need to check yourself. The second one is this: if your child has little or no discipline at all, then you should be able to tell yourself you're a very bad parent. If your children has no or little discipline, if outsiders cannot talk to your children, and your children will respect them a little bit, if not any at all, then you're a very bad parent. I'm not sorry to say this, you're bad. Children that experience little to no discipline or are allowed to fend for themselves, which can lead to accidents and develop a lack of understanding of limits in young children. Children turn to their parents to clarify limits and the repercussions that may result from crossing them. If you cannot tell your children, do not go beyond this level. This is how we do in life. Do not lie. Do not do this. Do not do that. And all you could do is just keep on looking at them, because you feel if you tell them this, they're just going to whine and tell you fuck your mom or anything. That is wrong. I'm not saying you should continue to flog them or beat them. Spanking your word once in a while is not bad. Mind you, I didn't say you should flog them, but spank once in a while is not bad for good parenting. At least that will put them back into shape and into order. You should be able to tell them the limit. In life, there are principles to everything. If you cannot tell them this is the limit to this is the limit to that, so that they will be able to have the discipline and respect for others. For example, now, a lady that just, a guy, a boy, who a lady talks to anyhow, and the next thing he does is to slap the girl. Mind you, he had not just committed an offense. It shows that he lacks discipline, because such a child's dad should have explained to him that it's not okay to raise your hand against a woman or a lady. Those are the things someone should just do. You just have to instill it into your children. Those are the limits they must not cross. Now let's move forward. The next factor is if you see yourself withholding compassion and focus. For example, a youngster who is ignored receive the message that your affection is conditional. If you withhold your compassion for your children, if your children falls down, the next thing you do is, my friend, get up, get going. You couldn't even say, sorry baby, how are you? You hug them, you tell them, okay, don't worry, it's gonna be good. When you get home, I'm gonna treat it for you. And the next thing you just say, get up, my friend, get up, get going. That's bad. What you are telling such a child is that is not needed. And such a child, those kind of children are those that will turn to bullying in schools. They will love to oppress because they are not even shown love in the family where they come from. Similarly, damage results from withholding affection from a youngster when they disobey parental instructions. You know, all this kind of a thing doesn't do good to your children. Children who engage in these activities may have low self-esteem and lack confidence. If all you do is just smack at them at everything, number one, you are not just damaging their life, you are damaging their self-confidence. In public, they will not have that confidence to face life itself.